Lights, camera, action, local business owners get Hollywood star treatment. Centerville. While millions of tourists experience the excitement of visiting Los Angeles' movie studios and its Walk of Fame or taking photos with the Hollywood sign, few will ever know the thrill of being featured in a film shown there. But that's exactly what happened to two Centerville business owners. In June, Ink or Die studio owners Keith Edmonds Jr. and Cheryl Heckman Edmonds took part in a glamorous Hollywood red carpet walk and interview with friend and film director Lane Michael Stanley at the iconic Grauman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. The festivities were part of a screening at Dances with Films, LA 2025 of Stanley's 17-minute Ink or Die documentary about the couple and their successful business. The Maryland State Arts Council and Queen Anne's County Center for the Arts helped fund the film. It was very surreal, the Hollywood experience. We know we are there, standing on the stars of these famous people that once stood there too. But it doesn't seem real until after you get back home, Cheryl said. For a lot of people, that's the dream to make it to Hollywood, and we can say we did that now. Their hotel was one where Marilyn Monroe stayed, and it was also where they and their 4-year-old daughter, Isabel, met the Little Mermaid actress Halle Bailey. But to the Edmonds, the goal was never Hollywood. It's always about living and enjoying life, while continuing to give back to a community that has freely given to us, Cheryl said. Through doing that, the hope is that other addicts find hope and inspiration to reach their own goals through our story. We all think that we are different. No one knows what it's like to be in our shoes and what we are going through, that we're alone, she added. We thought by putting it all out there in the film, by sharing our struggles, that maybe it would help keep other people from going through their own struggles. While there are plenty of stories about what people go through in recovery programs, Stanley recognized a lack of stories about what long-term recovery looks like, particularly in a small town like Centerville. By showing how the Edmonds have changed their lives and are playing meaningful roles in the community through events like Tattoos for a Cause, he also emphasized how their film can give others recovering from addiction hope. Hope that people really do make it, especially when they see so many others relapsing, going back to jail, or even dying, particularly in the first 5 years of recovery. When you are going through recovery, hope is really important because you feel like your life is in shambles, Stanley said. Too often people are going through recovery on their own and need to see that people really do make it. The film felt like an important opportunity to show a portrait of what long-term recovery can look like several years later. Ink or Die is still being shown on the film festival circuit, helping it reach audiences in markets not otherwise possible for such a small independent film. After that, either later this year or early next year, Stanley plans to make the film available to be shown and discussed in recovery programs nationwide, and also online via platforms such as YouTube, so it can be seen even more widely. Stanley said the Edmonds story, which has been very important to him personally, shows that those in recovery don't have to be defined by their past. People doubt they can change, and it is hard to change, but it's possible, he said. The film details how the Edmonds experienced substance abuse separately, met in recovery, launched their successful business, and started their family. Just as important is footage of the business Erase the Hate program, helping people cover gang and hate-related tattoos free of charge, and the Tattoos for a Cause fundraiser. Tattoos for a Cause fundraiser. Ink or Die hosts Tattoos for a Cause every other year to support the Recovery Awareness Foundation Incorporated. The foundation provides resources and funding to help people overcome stigma and complete substance addiction recovery programs, while also providing proactive prevention education and Narcan training. As shown in the film, the 2023 fundraiser raised more than $14,400 for the foundation. The Edmonds hope to raise $20,000 at this year's Tattoos for a Cause on Saturday, September 20th. They will hold the event from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Lawyers Row and Broadway, the historic Queen Anne's County Circuit Courthouse Green, and at their studio at 106N Commerce St. Almost everyone has been affected by addiction and opioids. We all know a brother, cousin, or even a friend of someone struggling with substance abuse, Keith said, explaining their new fundraising goal. Today, there are a lot of preventative education campaigns. This event is a way we can directly support people in recovery. One of the best ways we can help them see they are not alone. Keith added that, without such support, He has known people who could not start or continue with recovery programs and died from their addictions. He could have been one of them. While Tattoos for a Cause involves purchasing tattoos and piercings at Ink or Dye Studio by its 5 resident and 5 regional guest artists, with all proceeds donated to the foundation, the event also offers other free activities for the larger community. These include 5 bands performing live music in front of the historic courthouse, 40 clothing and other vendors, recovery support and information booths, a 50-50 raffle, door prizes, and a $500 ink or dye tattoo gift certificate drawing. The Edmonds encourage participants to support local restaurants during their event. Rounding out the evening, the ink or dye documentary will be shown on the courthouse lawn. To learn more about Tattoos for a Cause, get involved, or make a donation, visit inkerdewyastudio.org and select Tattoos for a Cause in the menu. For the latest updates, visit the event Facebook page or contact Ink or Dye at 443-262-8042.